is a crucible of relentless war. It has ever been so. An era as long as the mountains are unyielding. But as the storms gather again, it presents a chance for the brave to bring about an age of reckoning. I come to the Dwarf High King as a herald of such times, and so I find myself at the King's right hand. My presence is timely, for dire news comes from the south. Greenskins flock to the banner of a cruel war boss. Now, my liege, Thorgrim Grudgebearer, leads a mighty throng from Karazakarak, smashing aside any foes that block our path. If Grudgebearer desires to return the Karaz Angkor to its former glory, then he must rid his lands of vile greenskins. Those gathering within the shadows of Everpeak are a good start.
Hey there guys, my name is Justin and you all are watching the WinBarClub. And today I have the beginning of a Dwarven campaign in Total War Warhammer for you all. I've played a decent bit of the Dwarf campaign in my own time, and I decided that this will be the one that I start off with for this channel. So we're going to do things a little bit interestingly here. If you guys want me to do something in the campaign, go ahead and comment it. I know this is the very beginning, so there's obviously not much going on yet, but not only are we going to try to win the campaign, which I have on hard difficulty, but here are our objectives, the victory conditions. So we're not only going to try to get these, more likely the short victory conditions, just because the long one will take quite a while, but who knows, maybe we'll go for it. But I will also do some quote-unquote side quests, which are issued by you guys if you would like, whether that be wiping out the vampire counts or whatever you guys decide and seem to like. And that'll just be whatever you guys put in the comments. I'll mention that each video if I can, so that hopefully people remember to do that and make this a little bit more interesting. But anyways, we are just starting off here. I picked Ungrim Iron Fist as my lord for this campaign, the Slayer King. And right here at the beginning of the campaign, they issue us a grudge right away. And for those of you who maybe don't know, the Dwarf Kingdoms have to complete these grudges, and you seem, every now and then I've gotten a grudge randomly. I think it does that just to make sure you have some if you haven't had one in a while. But up here we've got this bar of satisfied, middling, and grumbling, and the more grudges you have, if you have 0 to 9 grudges, or not necessarily grudges, but the weighting of those grudges, if it's 0 to 9, your faction is rather happy. If you don't settle these grudges, which are caused by actions by your enemies, so if my army got destroyed by this army here, Nashrak, I think that's how that pronounced, but this Bloody Spears army, I would probably get a grudge saying I have to defeat these guys in battle, and you get little rewards for completing them. Anyways, though, we are going to go ahead and start off with some technologies. I'm going to be selecting this one because this gives me a little bit less recruitment cost for Quarrelers, which is a unit I like to include in my army. And here, I believe we have enough of a force already to go ahead and just attack these guys. And yeah, it probably is going to let me auto-resolve this, it looks like. So I'm just going to do that. It's going to give me a decisive victory there. And we are going to kill the captives because they are filthy goblins and orcs. And we've gotten a talisman for Ungrim. It looks like, here we go, immediately another grudge. These first grudges seem to spawn the same every time just to try to get you moving. But gonna go ahead and start leveling up Ungrim. I don't know what path I want to take him on. You can always take them along this more melee. It's kind of like, for those of you who maybe played Shogun 2, the Avatar Conquest, you've got like a melee general. This is more of a leadership path, and this one's just overall campaign movement and stuff. Reduction in vampiric corruption. You've got enemy siege holdout time -1. But for the start, we're going to give him some leadership abilities. And actually, I believe he had some other stuff. Yeah, it looks like it already equipped his little talisman here, which is magic resistance 15%. So that is definitely beneficial. Anyways, since this is the beginning of the campaign, there's going to be a few things we can do. I'm obviously going to start by recruiting some units. And we'll just recruit 2 for the moment so I can see what all I can build here. Gonna upgrade the barracks there, and the question is, do I want to start with a mine shaft or getting some barley fields, which I think I will put those in the settlement that I take over here once we get there.
I am the Slayer
And last
King.
thing to do is some diplomacy. Now, obviously, right now, things are going pretty smoothly, but another thing I'm going to try to do with this campaign, and right now I'm just kind of seeing if anyone likes me. It doesn't look like I can trade with anyone else, so I guess we're going to forget about that for the moment. We've already got trade with Barakvar, which are to my left. They are right here. So I'm going to go ahead and actually end the turn. But another thing I am going to try to do with this campaign is I'm going to actually edit it quite a bit. By that, I mean, I don't understand how some people will sit and watch these 40-minute Total War gameplays, campaigns. I'm sure some people enjoy it. And if that's what you guys want me to do, I can do that. I can just post long chunks. I'm going to recruit a few more troops here. Go ahead and get a miner. And that's going to continue construction. But say I was doing this for several turns where I'm just recruiting and stuff, I don't see how that is that enjoyable to watch. A little bit of a tongue twister there. So there will be times if I'm just sitting building my economy, I'll only show the key things that I'm doing, and I'll skip through the rest of it when I actually edit the video, so that you guys don't have to sit and watch all of the boring stuff. I'll also cut out all the loading screens and everything. No one wants to watch someone else load. And it looks like right away I'm going to be able to auto-resolve this one as well. Another decisive victory there. And we are just going to occupy this settlement because that is what our grudge wanted us to do. So hopefully most of it stays interesting like this, but...
Your Dawi have been put to work fixing up the captured city, sir. Yet there are many grudges still to settle.
That's great, man. I don't need your help. Got a quest. Yeah, and this is pretty standard for the beginning of the Dwarf campaign.
One rag.
But yeah, I'm gonna try to make this as bearable to watch as I can. I also might cut episodes in half just because I feel like shorter videos are better. Again, if you guys disagree, let me know, but I'm gonna try to keep it to 10 to 15 minutes on the campaign videos. Maybe if there's an insanely long battle, then I'll put out a longer video, but that is my plan. And for the moment, let's see. Well, I know we're about to do a subterranean battle because of that quest. But for the moment, let's give my guys some more melee defense. And let's take this new province. Go ahead and build that barley field. And then once more, my income is decent. And it looks like I can now recruit quarrelers. So I'm going to go ahead and get 3 of them. Very useful unit to have. And then I am going to take, on the next turn, let's see how much funding I have left. 3 more of those guys, 3 more of those dwarf warriors. That brings me up to 17 units in this army. And I'm gonna leave it at that for now. Eventually we'll be able to get better units, but for the moment that'll give me a decent starting force and hopefully not tank my income too much. Which actually didn't really go down there because this gem mine shaft just opened. And I'm gonna go ahead and immediately upgrade that. And it's time to pick a new technology. So income from settlements is always nice. This game is a lot better with the technologies and stuff, but each campaign plays very differently. The way the Empire gets technologies is completely based on the buildings that they have. Here the Dwarves have this great book of grudges, which no other faction has. It's all a very different experience with each faction that you play as, which is something I definitely enjoy. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and end one more turn. The nice thing is the end turn moves so quickly in this game that I don't even have to cut that out. And now this army is pretty good. These miners are still a little hurt, but we're just gonna move right on and capture this edict here. Again, we're gonna be able to auto-resolve. Up at that quest battle, you guys will definitely see some combat, but pretty early on here. Even though I have this on hard difficulty, the beginning of the Dwarf campaign is decently easy. So once more, Ungrim's gonna get upgraded. He has one of these skills now. We could give him Slayer, but I'm gonna do that a little bit later. For the moment, I'm gonna try to just give him better leadership, beefing up my army. More ammunition for Quarrelers and Thunderers is something that I like a lot. Those guys can do a lot of damage, especially against the Orc units in the campaign. And I don't know if we have the funds to do this. Oh yeah, we do. So which one do I want to upgrade to a Dwarf outpost? I suppose it doesn't really matter, so we'll go ahead and upgrade this settlement. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and end one more turn. Although, oh yes, I can now put a commandment here. We're gonna do, for the moment, increased tax rate because my public order is not good at the moment, but I don't think it'll it'll stay down. Conquest next turn only. It's -10. And provincial instability, -3 per turn, or -3, but that's -1 per turn, so I'm not worried about that long term. Anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for episode 1. Let me know what all you guys think, what you want me to do. Am I moving north or south? I think at first I'm probably gonna focus to the north a little bit, but we'll see how all of that goes. Once again, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all next time.